And today we have our Dark Elf Necromancer on EverQuest Project in 1999, P99 on the green server. Dark Elf Necromancer, level 28, I think, here. And currently in Firot, pretty sure, looking at Drizda. Drizda, Tune Singer, is a bard. And this is not exactly the bard diet, but it's similar to the bard diet. So I wanted to show something I did from around level 25 to 29, 30, 31, something like that. It might be more like 26 to 30 if you want to get it in a real good spot. 25 might be a little too soon, but really good experience, and they're bards. They don't hit very hard, and that's the whole reason for the bard diet. I'll explain the bard diet in a second. Just level range, I would say somewhere between 25 and 31. 31, probably too high. 25 might be a little too low. It's all depending. All depending. I'm actually still killing a similar bard at level 30 to get through 30. Just as a super AFK, hey, it's better than nothing type camp. Travis Two Tones in Nectalis. So I think I've talked about these kinds of bards before, and these are two that you can actually do together, kind of. So here's Drizda and Firot. Um, gonna cast Vampiric Embrace on ourselves. No pet. So Necromancer with no pet. The further up in your levels you get, like higher than them, the more I'd say you shouldn't use your pet. Like if you're level 25, definitely use your pet. If you're 26, use your pet. 27, you can start to maybe mess with not using your pet. 28, I didn't use my pet. I didn't need it, so why use it? Because we're going to be gating a lot in this the way we're going to be doing this here, we're going to be gating a lot, and we're going to be going between two zones to kill two of these bards. They're on 20-minute spawns, so you can either sit here and camp one of them and do a super AFK camp, or you can do two like I'm going to show you here and make it more active. And it's still not even super active. You can actually probably AFK for 5 or 10 minutes still, instead of like 15 minutes. But as you can see, this bard, she doesn't hit very hard. She doesn't have a lot of health. Doesn't do anything crazy to you. Doesn't really cast any spells. I'm just hitting her with a shock of poison over and over. And that's pretty much it. I put on a Vampiric Embrace. I got a bunch of buffs on. That's it, you know? If you're 28, you might want to have like Major Shielding, Spirit Armor, Vampiric Embrace, Grim Aura, like every single buff that could help you. And then just Shock of Poison over and over. Maybe some Spirit Tap if you need life. Maybe Vampiric, you know, the Leech type of dot. Maybe one of those. Mine's called a Vampiric Embrace, but I think I got it at 30. So, but here I'm gating. So the whole thing with this is you want to set a bind point right in the middle of these two. I mean, you could set it next to one of them if you want. My strategy was to set it in between. That way, I don't know. I felt like I was running less if it was in the middle. So now we're in what's it called? Inethul. Inethul swap. So this is if you go left out of Grob, you'll pass by a bard named Dark Death Singer. So that's the other guy we're going to be killing. And if you keep following the left wall, doing left wall strats, eventually you'll get to a corner where you need to turn right. And if you follow that wall, you'll get to Firot zone line. So at that corner where you turn right is where I bound. Nothing over there. Nothing's going to kill you there. There's nothing there. I'm on the edge. I'm in the corner. Bind there. That way when I kill Drizda, I can gate and then run to this guy. Kill this guy, gate, run back to Drizda. Kill Drizda, gate, run back to this guy. You know what I'm saying? Right in the middle. That way I don't have to run very far either way. I'm saving myself half the trip. At least that's what that's what I think. I don't know. You might be able to bind right next to Drizda, and it would be exactly the same as if you bound in the middle. You're just saving yourself a longer run. Instead of making both runs a little shorter, you're making one run no run at all, but use your bind. Either way, use your bind, use your gate. And here we're sitting waiting to kill this Dark Deathsinger. So I'm going to meditate. The way I was doing it actually was I would kill Dark Deathsinger. I would gate, which if you're gating in the same zone is pretty much instant. It's like an instant teleport. Then you run to Furot, and I would kill Drizda, and then I would gate. And then I would run back here, sit here, and then I would meditate for like 10 minutes, and then he would pop. They're on 20-minute spawns, so you can either like do that, kill them both, and then meditate for like 10 minutes, or you can spread them out, you know, like, okay, I'm going to kill Dark Deathsinger, then I'm going to wait 10 minutes, and then kill Drizda, and that way they're like spread out a little bit, if you want. Once again, I think it depends what level you are and everything. If you're higher level, then you could probably just kill them both and then sit there for 15 minutes. But if you're lower level, you might want to conserve mana when you're killing it. Don't exactly like overkill it and use all your mana just to get it down quickly. Make sure you save some mana. Maybe stab them to death while they're limping away from you instead of using that last spell. There's different ways at different levels to do this. It's not all the same no matter what. Plus other classes will kill them different ways. Like when I first started killing Dark Deathsinger, I was using Fear and my pet and a bunch of dots. Then eventually I was just using my pet and some direct damage. And then after a while I was not using my pet at all and fearing and dotting. And then eventually I was like just face tanking them and direct damage. So it's different for depending on what level you are. You know, if you're 24, 25, you might want to use your pet and fear kite or whatever. If you're a druid, you can, you know, kite, snare kite with the dot or something. If you're a mage, you can root, put your pet on it. If you're a shaman, squat and dot, whatever. You know what I'm saying. These bards, basically, they're low HP. They don't hit very hard. So everybody wants to kill bards as a solo character, as a necromancer, as a mage, as a druid, as a shaman. Everybody's looking for this bard diet. If you type in the bard diet, as it pertains to Project 1999 EverQuest, you'll find a way that you can go through the game just killing mobs like this. They have way better ones. Like Dark Deathsinger is not on there at all. Drizda's probably not even on there. But they'll get you through the whole game, basically, only killing bards. So that's why it's called the Bard Diet. You don't really get any crazy bad faction. They have low health. They don't hit very hard. They're easy to kill. Some of them spawn pretty quickly. Like, they aren't all on 20-minute spawns. Some of them spawn like in 6 minutes. And it's a pretty popular way through the game, so you may have to go off. That's why I'm showing you this. You can make your own bard diet. You can do Dark Deathsinger and Drizda with a bind in between and gate between the two of them, and make it your own thing. And if you're doing it, AFK, you know, camping, then it's better than nothing. And it's pretty good if you do both of them and you gate in between. I'm telling you. I got from like 27 to 28 really fast doing this. And then 28 to 29. And then I was still doing it from 29 to 30. And I'm still doing it now from 30 to 31. Now, should I be doing it in my 30s? No. But, hey, story of your life. But yeah, let's go forward a little bit. I'm just meditating. I don't want to... As soon as I go forward, though, we're going to end up in the action, because that's what always happens. But here we go. In the action now, looks like. Casting a little bit Vampiric Embrace. Vampiric Embrace, it puts a glow on my hand, so when I stab them, I have a chance at doing a life tap, which is really nice. It's a low-level spell, too. I just like to use it when I'm face tanking something. Gives me a little bit of an extra chance at a life tap, a little bit of extra damage. But other than that, it's pretty much just shock of poison, stabbings, dooming darkness. Sometimes a Vampiric Embrace, or a Leech, if you will. And that's about it. Mostly just direct damage. Once you get to 28, 29, 30, you can just face tank them. Even as a wizard, probably. So stabbing him up, direct damaging him down. And now he's running. So at this point, you got to decide, am I going to just finish him off quickly with a bunch of mana, or am I going to poke him to death, save the mana, that way you can kill Drizda faster. Because there's something else to kill, and you don't want your mana lagging behind the spawn timer. I just thought I'd show you guys this. You know, it's a little bit like the Bard diet, but not exactly probably on the list. If you looked up the Bard diet, this is probably not on the list. But these bards are all over. Like, there's Travis Two Tones in Neriac. Or Nectalis, I mean. There's Dark Deathsinger here. There's Drizda and Furat. There's more in, like, Western Karana. So now I'm gating, so it's going to little pop me up halfway through the run. And of course, my gate is too unstable and collapses because that's just my life. But yeah, go ahead and gate, and this will save us a little bit of running. We don't have So, we're a Necromancer, so we got to be creative with it. So that's halfway. I tried to make my bind point halfway in between Dark Deathsinger and Drizda. That way, every time I defeat them, I can just gate and head to the other one. And only have to zone once. Yeah, either way. So if I gate from Drizda to Dark Deathsinger, I only have to do one loading screen. And then if I gate from Dark to Drizda, it's still only one loading screen. But yeah, this is basically it. I mean, you just seen a whole circuit of it. I killed Drizda, I gated, I ran to Dark, I killed Dark, I gated, and now I'm running back to Drizda. So that's pretty much it. You just do that over and over and over. Up to you how you want to do it, how conservative you want to be with your mana. Do you want to use a pet or not? What class are you anyway? What level are you anyway? But yeah, I'd recommend somewhere between 24 and 31. You know, like I said, the 24 debatable, 31 debatable, even 25, 30 debatable, but 26 to 29 is really the sweet spot for these bards at least. There's other bards in the game and they may be other levels, but for these particular level 25, I think bards, the sweet spot is really 26 to 29, I'd say. Especially if you're killing both of them. If you're just killing one, expect it to be slow, but better than nothing. And something that you can AFK camp. Drizda here is actually camped a lot more than Dark. So you may have to do a camp check when you run in here. And you may want to actually sit here next to her more than you sit next to Dark. So if you know that you're going to have a good 10 minutes before either one of them spawns again, you may want to sit here with Drizda instead of with Dark. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're both down anyway, try to make it so you're sitting near Drizda more than sitting near Dark, because not a lot of people camp Dark. I've never seen anyone actually on Dark besides me. But I have seen plenty of people on Drizda and a few people on Travis Two Tones. So, but I would just, a little piece of advice there, like, try to stay on Drizda. She's the better of the two anyway. She drops more, like, plat. Dark Deathsinger, for some reason, is a cheapo, and he'll only drop, like, 2 or 3 gold or something. And Drizda will actually drop you a plat, like, every other time, or most of the time, actually, and so Drizda's actually a little bit better. If you had to choose between the two, let's say somebody was camping Drizda and they were like, "Hey, well, I want one of the two," and you would say, "Well, let me have Drizda, and you can go have Dark because Drizda is better." But yeah, people do camp Drizda, so you gotta camp check. Sometimes I recommend sitting right here where I'm sitting along the wall, so nothing will attack you while you're sitting, or you can like hide while you're meditating. And don't have a pet up if you're doing both of them, because you're going to be gating in between. So maybe wait till you're 28, 29 to do this particular method of gating in between the two of them. And before that, I would say if you're going to use your pet, just stay on Drizda, AFK camp Drizda, and just be happy with that. The experience will be good enough anyway. If you're doing it at 25, 26 with a pet, it'll be really good anyway. So you don't need to go in between the two of them. But once you hit 27, 28, 29, you're going to want more than just that if you're active. So, then you have these people in this zone doing the spec camp check. Sometimes I would say Drizda, just to let it be known, even though they don't care. They're like level 45 or something, and all they care about is people that are around their level and whether or not they're camping specs or not. But I would still sometimes shout out Drizda just to make it known, hey, I'm on Drizda, because sometimes I'm going to be over in the other zone killing Dark. But I know as long as you keep your timers, as long as you're on top of your timers, it should never be a problem. If you know right when Drizda is going to spawn and you're always here to kill her as soon as she pops, it should never be a problem. Even if somebody comes and sits right here and is here while you're not here, you can just say, hey, I got her on a timer, I'm camping her, I was just over there selling for a second. Or I'll tell them the truth, say I was killing Dark, I'm going in between both of them. She's camped. I know when she's going to pop. She's going to pop in 5 minutes, and I'm here to kill her. I'm not late. She's not standing there. You didn't do a camp check, and I wasn't here. You know what I mean? Like, people will try to steal it. I've had people like Silo try to steal Travis Two Tones and Nectalis without even. I just think you should send either do a camp check or send a tell if somebody's sitting there. Just make sure before you kill any of these bards that there isn't somebody nearby camping them. Even if the bard is up, the guy his timer might have went off, and he's like a minute or two, behind. Like he went to the bathroom, his timer goes off, and then 2 minutes later, he's at his computer killing the bard. The bard's standing there for 1 minute, give somebody a chance if they're nearby. You would do the same thing. If you're going to AFK camp something, you're not always on top of it every single time, like right as soon as it spawns. Every once in a while, your timer goes off, you're not ready, and then, 2-3 minutes later, you kill it instead of right away. So just give somebody a chance. If they're sitting right there and they're obviously probably killing it, give them a chance, or at least send them a tell and say, hey, I waited like 2-3 minutes. You didn't kill the bard, so I'm going to go ahead and kill it. You didn't respond to me when I sent you a tell. But when you come back, let me know. If it's within reason, I'll let you have it back. If it's 3 hours later, of course, I'm just going to go ahead. But anyway, I don't know. Just a pet peeve when people don't even ask. They just start killing stuff. Gets on my nerves. You're sitting right there, and they had to have seen you. And sometimes you can't. You gotta, like, hide or, so you don't get hit by something. People will drag shadow wolves over you while you're sitting there meditating, so it starts biting you for one while you're AFK. Pretty annoying. So then you gotta hide, but then people don't see that you're there, so then they think you're not camping it. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, kind of, Educational purposes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. 20-minute spawn. They're bards. They're easy to kill. Similar to the bard diet. Level 25 to 31, something like that. 24 to 30, 26 to 29 really is the sweet spot. They're level 25, 20-minute spawn. Go between Drizda and Dark Death Singer. Put a bind point right in the middle if you can. Don't use a pet, or just do one or the other. And if you're going to do one or the other, choose Drizda. She drops more. Even though Dark is closer to a vendor, actually, so that's the only thing he's got going for him. But they don't really drop anything, so you're not really going to be going to the vendor unless you need water or food or something. But I don't know. But anyway, besides all that, the mic and everything, the mic situation, I found my old mic, but it's a PS4 mic, so I don't think it's going to help anything. I downloaded OBS, so we did do a live stream as our last video, and there was audio problems, but hey, at least I did it, and we can keep trying to do that. And I'm gonna try to maybe buy a mic specifically for this laptop, that way I don't have the problem anymore, or something. And I'm gonna continue to work with OBS. We'll probably do more live streams on this game. The very next thing you'll probably see for EverQuest, right now we're doing like one video a week, it seems like, for EverQuest Project 1999 green server. At least one video a week, usually around the middle of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't know really what day, but one video a week. Working with OBS, working with the mic and the sound. And next video will probably be me and Badger in Najina at like level 29, level 30, something like that. We went in there, we had all kinds of hijinks. We fell through a false floor. We ended up locked in a jail cell. We evacuated. We learned many lessons, and it was crazy, and fun times were had. Corpse runs were had. Evacuations too. We found out I was evil and he was good, and it was pretty exciting. So look forward to that next time if you're still here listening to this. Najina, druid, and a necromancer with a necromancer pet going in there, falling through false floors, getting locked in jails. It's pretty cool. And yeah, look forward to that next time. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Yeah, working on it. It's going to get better and better, I promise. And we're going to continue playing this game for at least a few months. And if it keeps getting more views and people keep sending me tells in the game and people keep commenting on the videos and people keep subscribing and all this stuff, then we might continue this game forever. You never know. The sky is the limit. But right now it's like I'm probably gonna play it through February. That's for sure. That's the least. And I really want to get this character to max level and like start a shaman or something. That's my real goal. And yeah, I don't know. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.